Peace. And right back to all those coming out of that good cocoon for the first time. Welcome. This your girl, the butterfly. When you about to take off, family, let's fly. Just want to send you all that good healing energy your way. Peace, love, happiness, harmony, and abundance. Hope you guys are out there keeping your mind right in that white good mind. How y'all feeling today? Hope you guys are most definitely moving on up in your higher natures and cleansing. Oh yeah. Cleansing the lows. I came out here today to express, right? How y'all feeling on this good journey with them? I mean, if you have questions, family, I'm here. You can ask questions, That's what I'm here for, right? But again, that's what it is. Ask questions. You'll get answers, right? So, don't be afraid to ask questions, all right? And again, you can email me as well. All right, now, so I came on here to express how y'all feeling on this good journey with them. How y'all feeling? Now, again, I know it's a lot going on all at the same time, right? But again, it's about how you keep your focus. You got to remain focused. Focus on what you came here to do. That's the thing. Because again, the distractions and the things around you will always be there, right? And many, traps set up, for you to fall right into. So it's very important to keep your eyes on the Most High. And that be your, overall focus point, fulfilling your destiny, universal right knowledge. Understanding who you are is very important, and having the right knowledge is very important, because again, people are being misled every day. So again, that's why it's so crucial to understand the scriptures, and our master teacher, Dr. Malachi has translated them for you because he knows the languages, and put it out for you to read. And it's on you to check it out for yourself, right? It's on you to read, right? Now, again, it's very important. And so, once you begin to read, you begin to raise your consciousness levels up and begin to understand what has happened to us in renewing our history and understanding why we're in this state today as a nation of people all over the world. Why are we in this state, right? And again, we don't want to let, the past continue to keep repeating itself over and over again because we didn't learn, right? And that's why it's so crucial to understand and know, the past and your past history. People might feel like it's, useless information, or it's so much information, right? And why do I need to know this now? How is this going to help me in this present moment of today, right? But knowing your past and understanding what that is and what has happened within your ancestors and things like that, is very important, so you can understand how to move today and what they messed up on and how you can learn from and not do the same. So it's very important to know that, because again, you can begin to understand what's been going on and why, things are set up the way that they are in the world, right? And so it's very important. And again, it's about, key thing is listening to what the Most High says. And again, that's why people put all these different, religions out here, as a form of confusion, right? So I'm putting the information out, right, for you to read and for you to understand and go through the scriptures and understand, right? Because all of it is needed to raise your consciousness level up, whatever walk of life you're in or not in, right? If you're living here and you're hearing me on this planet, you're here, right? So again, it's for you to know, right? So you don't begin to fall into the same cracks that, people fall into. And I've been there. So I'm a very good example of how to maneuver and get on out, right? Get out of the situations that we put our own selves in, right? By not taking heed to the messages and not taking heed to the scriptures. Because again, due to the confusion put out there about a lot of different things, people feel like, some parts of it is true and some parts of it is false, right? But again, how are you really gonna know? You can sit there and say all day, some parts of it isn't true and some parts of it are false. But do you know which parts are true and which parts are false? So you can begin to understand what's happening here. Because again, I didn't heard people say, oh, that just takes too much time, right? They don't have a lot of time to do all that, right? And I can understand that because again, I feel you, I feel you. I do. But again, it's going to have to come to a point where this has to be one of the most important things in your life, right? The most important thing in your life, right? Because we can set aside all these different other hobbies and things that we're into, but okay, again, when it comes to our Creator and understanding why we're here in the first place and our purpose is very important as well. It's the only thing that's really important if people want to really get down to it, because it's the reason why you're here and it's something that you must do while you're here. It's not that you're here just to be here and just to be here just because. What some people know and what some people don't know, right? And you have a purpose, and what people don't know, or some do, is that your purpose is to get back to the Most High. Question mark. Is this heaven yet? Question. Do you see all the things that's happening in this world? Something definitely went wrong, and it's for us to get it right? And stop tripping over the same things in broad daylight, continuing the cycle over and over again, wondering why things aren't quite coming together so fast, right? Coming together quickly, right? But again, that's because we all have to get our minds right in that good night mind. For sure. We have to get our minds right. How are you going to get your mind right? You're going to get your mind right by having the right knowledge, what the Most High wanted you to know. He gave you a blueprint. He gave you what you needed while you were here. He sent it down through the noble prophets so you can understand and know why you're here and what you must do while you're here, and the lifestyle, your true lifestyle, and what you came, your way of life, and what you came here to do while you're here, right? That's key. That's very important to begin to open up doors around this thing. Very important. People don't understand that it's laws and it's laws to this. And when people choose to go outside of the laws, then that's when people go astray, thinking that, of course, they're distracted by things they don't know, or they do know, and they choose to go their own way, right? And everybody has a choice to make, right? So that's that. But again, if you want to get your life right, go through that good journey within, connect back to our Creator, the Most High, and get to where you need to be, where the Most High wants you to be. Again, it's work to be done. It's work to be done. And that work requires you to read, family. One moment. All right, now, because going through this good journey with them, everything is going to require you to have the right knowledge, so you begin to be awakened and understand that everything around you, it is what it is, right? And so once you begin to have the true story of the Anunnaki, understand who helped procreate you, understand how this all came about, why you're here. And of course, having a chance to ascend is very key and very important. And so you must understand that everyone has a chance, right? But we let our minds get the best of us sometimes, and our way of thinking to get the best of us sometimes, and how we've been programmed to think get the best of us sometimes, and never take the time to read, never take the time to check things out for yourself, always listening to other people and what they have to say, always not getting the facts for yourself. And that's the downfall, family. That's the downfall. Because again, it's your life, and you have free will to choose what you choose to do with it, right? Life, and the way of life, our way of life, Nuwapu, is our way of life and how we're supposed to maneuver while we're here. Taking care of ourselves, for sure, our family and our culture, and living out what we came to do, our destiny, right? It's very important. So that's why it's important to, have your culture. Because when you have your culture, you get to understand some of the universal knowledge. You get to understand life around you. You get to understand the facts of life and our true way of life. You get to understand why you're here. You get to understand who you are. You get to understand what is going on here on this planet, right? And how to ascend, right? And so that's why it's very important. And again, to pull people out of all the belief systems and things that has been, pushed on them through childhood and been there, pushed on them through childhood and things like that, without truly having all of the facts. Guess what? The Most High said He was going to be sending down someone to help you all with all the facts and truth. And the question becomes, when He comes, which He is here right now. And again, people are judging off of what people say. And again, that's people's downfall as well. Let me just say this. Without checking things out for yourself, checking out the words, what was he doing? What was he trying to do? Checking out all the works. Translating the Torah, who does that? Translating Revelation, who does that? All these different scrolls and pamphlets of peace. Breaking it all down, all the religions and where they came from. Who does that? So you can understand how you're moving out here and what you're doing out here. And if you choose to continue to stay in that particular religion, or you choose to move on and go back to your true culture, Nuwapu, right? Which is your destiny, right? So again, people don't know this, right? Some people do, some people don't, right? So I have to speak to both, right? And again, only way you're gonna know this, the only way you're gonna know this is by reading, family. And they say, put things in books, hide things in books, because they know people just don't read. So again, it's very, very important to do so. One moment. Because again, we've been tricked. We've been duped. Life is nothing like what we've really been taught. And to go in the right direction, moving on up, the upward spiral, not going down in a downward spiral, the lower frequency energies, the high frequency energies, vibrations, frequencies. It's a level we're supposed to be in tune with. And again, we're supposed to be in tune with the sound. sound. We're supposed to be tuned there, right? Because that's the natural sound of the universe. We must understand that this is where we need to be at internally, right? Through meditation, through staying in tune, right? And also, it's a way of life. So, again, how to get your mind right, you must take care of your mind, take care of your body, take care of your spirits, take care of your soul. Feed your soul, nourish your soul with the right knowledge of who you are. That's what's going to fill you up. That's going to have the cup overflow that you need to, fulfill your destiny, right? And so, people keep going on and on this back and forth thing that I see. Back and forth, trying to question and seek. Of course, that's what you're supposed to do. Question and seek, right? But when the facts are presented to you, and most of the time, it seems that I come across people that haven't even read anything, but have so much to say. And that really irritates me sometimes. Because I'm just like, how can you have so much to say if you never read it, you never checked it out for yourself? And again, people can go off and say, oh, delivery, things like that. Someone told that to me before. It's not about the delivery, family. It's about the message, family. Did you get the message? That's it. Did you get the message? Did you eat it up? Do you understand why you're here? Do you understand this laws to this realm? The Most High has given us laws to follow. Do you understand that? Yes, we have free will to choose not to, and then that's by our own choice. And then again, of course, there is consequences behind the things that we do. There is a judgment day. All of these things that they say is not true. It's true. If they're promoting in the world, all these different things, right? My advice is to go the total opposite, right? Because most of the time when the world is promoting these things and saying, oh, it's this and it's that, it's this and it's that, it's not. It's really not. And the only thing you're going to know, if it is or not, is you have to do your research. You have to check it out. You have to have the facts. You have to have the right knowledge. This is why the Most High has sent it down to us, so we can understand the world around us. Y'all get it? Do y'all get it yet? Because again, people think that they could do whatever they want to do. Woo. Oh yeah, you sure can. You sure can do whatever you want to do. But don't let that bite you in the butt while you're doing it, because again, it can. And some people do have to learn the hard way. We have hard-headed ones. We do. Been there, and I've been hard-headed. And I'm just telling you to understand that when you like that, it makes it harder for you, right? And it makes it harder when you don't listen. It makes it harder when you're too attached to things. You're too worldly. Yeah, been told that before. Too worldly. Snap out of it, right? Been told that. So I'm telling y'all, when you're too worldly, right? Into the world, to what everybody is doing, what they're doing, what I need to do to survive out here. Of course, that's important as far as, learning how to maneuver while you're here, right? But making sure that you are, of course, taking care of yourself and your family and others, right? Of course, that's important. But again, the thing is, it's about getting outside of the rat race. It's about having a skill. And when you begin to have a skill, you begin to work for yourself and you begin to maneuver, right? In a better way than being trapped into all these different traps out here, right? That have you working for other people like that, unless you choose to, and that's what you want to do. Beautiful, right? But again, the Most High has taught us in our culture that we must get in a position where we work for ourselves. We work for ourselves and we work together. Because, again, what people don't realize is it's so much better when you work together than alone, right? Because you have help. And again, we have to learn that's why people need to be fed in the right way, because, again, people can go left, right, whatever, but, again, everybody to secure what they need to and maneuver how they need to. And you choose to do what you want to do, right? Choose to do what you want to do. Can't control nobody. But again, the thing is, we have to begin to trust our own, is where I'm going with this. Because again, that's all that we have, right? That's all that we have. You don't have nothing else, right? No one's gonna look out for you like you look out for yourself. And again, when you are around the people that you can trust, and people that you can work with, and sometimes that can go left as well, right? But again, still, it's about still putting forth that effort regardless, and making sure that you get the best outcome out of it. Still securing your thing as well, right? Everybody's securing their own thing, right? But again, even if it go left or right, you good, right? Because all about moving right, and you did your part. And if everybody doing their part, then it's all good. And that's what it's about. Everybody doing their part. And so, we must understand that nothing will change in your life until you change it. Action is key. You must do it by baby steps, of course. Nothing's going to happen overnight. You have to be patient with yourself. But you have to set goals. Because, again, setting goals is what's going to push you through. And until you accomplish that goal and stick to it and master that goal, then you move on to the next goal, and the next goal, and the next goal. But it's about getting to a point where you can incorporate those healthier habits and eliminating the bad ones that is detrimental to your health, detrimental to your well-being, detrimental to you spiritually, physically, and all. And again, family, we must understand also that that's all that matters. You make sure that you must understand that you take care of yourself and not sell it, right? Take care of it, because that's all you got. And once you begin to do that, by taking care of yourself, by feeding it what it needs, right? We're feeding it what it needs. The right knowledge. Feeding it what it needs. The fruits and vegetables and the herbs. Feeding it what it needs. The water, much water. Feeding it what it needs, the exercise. Feeding it what it needs, the meditation, the positive affirmations and prayers. Feeding it what it needs, positive thoughts. Feeding it what it needs. All of it is needed to have a dynamic existence while you're here. And so ultimately, once you begin to have that way of what we call a simple life, people feel like they need to be doing all of these things. I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to see this, I want to see that, I want to see the world, I want to do all that. That's cool. But remember why you're here. Okay? Remember why you're here. And maybe that is something that you need to do for yourself, to see certain things for yourself and travel. Nothing wrong with that. Go check it out. Go see for yourself, right? But remember why you're here. If you don't go see those things, if you don't do this or that, will you feel like you're still successful in this life? If, people feel like travel is their form of, success. So if I've done this or I've seen this and seen that, I live my life and it's cool. Don't get tricked, family. Okay? People work to go to these places, to see these different places and spend all their money to go see certain things and this, that, and the other. Nothing wrong with you going to go check certain things that are very important that you might need to go check out and see for yourself, right? for your own spiritual growth and development. Nothing wrong with that, right? But remember, you have a purpose here. So don't get sidetracked. Don't feel like because you need to have this amount of money to be successful or this, that, and the other. As long as you are taking care of yourself, as long as you're taking care of your family and you're taking care of others and you're giving back, things that, are sowing good seeds, good deeds, putting good out into the world, right? That will come back. And you're building treasures not here on earth, but in heaven, right? The heavens, right? That's real. And some people may feel as if, heavens is real. Guess what, family? What a laugh. What a laugh. Because again, we cannot continue to keep going with what people say. That's, again, people's downfall. We can't go on going off of what people say. We have to go with what the Most High says, and that is it. That's how you're going to maneuver the good journey with it. Because it doesn't matter what anyone else is saying. It doesn't even matter what I'm just saying. All that matters is what the Most High says. I'm just here to help. Doing what I was told to do, and that is all. That is it. And we must understand that, life is what you make it. You create your reality. Whatever happens, doesn't happen, it's in your control, right? Because you have to put forth effort to move toward where you want to go. No one's going to do it for you. And we have to learn how to break our addictions. And I had addictions and still working on an addiction. Okay? And food for me is mine, right? And so ultimately, we have to understand that the desires of this world is not good. Because it leads to suffering, it leads to wants and things, and nothing that you really can get attached to so much, because what's the point, right? What's the point? Because it's eventually you're going to leave it here, and you're going to have holds, right? You're going to have holds to it, and it could, in a sense, keep you here because you're too attached, right? So until you really let go of the 3D world, desires of the world, let go of the world. And I'm talking about people, places, and things. I'm talking about loved ones and all, because that's where it's going to have to come down to, because everybody has come to live out their own journey on their own. You came here by yourself, you'll be leaving by yourself, and everybody leaves at different times, right? Or some leave at the same time. You know what I mean. You know. But I'm just saying that that's why you have to move with love and a detachment, in a sense. That's what it is. With love and attachment, right? Because the way life is set up, the way the Most High has set this up, that's what it is. And again, that's what keeps you in this box. People, places, and things that keep you in a box in order to see outside and look outside the box and see what else is around you. Other levels, other realms in this world and beyond. You have to begin to think outside of the box. And that's what it is. You have to not be afraid to think outside the box. Could it be, right? And no longer, be afraid of opening up the door, opening up the book, beginning to read it again. Because again, we knew this information before. We have amnesia. You just forgot. the spell, right? So again, it's about breaking the spell and begin to rise up to who you truly are and fulfill your destiny, right? And that, it sounds so simple, it sounds so beautiful, right? Because guess what, family? It should be simple. But again, the attachments is what it is, and that's why each day is a new day to slowly detach from things, get away from things, because again, either way they may hurt you, or again, in the long run you could be destroying yourself. All types of things that people could be getting attached to, and for what? If it's not for your highest good, then you know what's up. If it's not for your highest good, then you know what's up. What are you running from? You're running from yourself. Again, we gotta stop running. We have to learn to face who we are and what the Most High has given us, which is a precious gift, life, existence. And what you are and what you look like and who you are is enough. You just have to know that. You have to know that you are enough. You have to know that everything you need is already here. It's already inside of you. The Most High is giving you what you need to break free. But are you going to do that? Are you going to choose to do that? Are you going to choose to surrender and say, I'm done living a life the way I think I should be living, what I think I should be doing, this, that, and the other, getting trapped into the world side of things and everything in it? That slowly keeps you attached to those things that we need to break away from. Because the key thing is here is ascension, and being able to, when the time comes, when you pass on, or you pass from this world on up, you want to make sure that you're going straight through the heavens and on to higher realms of existence, not be the ones that reject and reject the truth and have to experience lower realms because of it. Does that make sense? Because a lot of people do reject the truth without even knowing what it is, without even checking it out for themselves, before they even open the book, before they even, this is a setup. What they say is all a setup about our master teacher. It's all a setup, family. So you won't go deeper, because they know that most people don't. Most people see things and what it says, and then that's it. They don't ever dig deeper. They don't ever check stuff out for themselves. They don't research, family. People don't read, family. They just don't, because we were taught not to. Or, read, write, all of that. Do you see how sick that is? Even with, in the past, with our ancestors, and how it got us up to where we are today, where people don't even read for themselves. It's sad. It's sad. Because all the treasures are in the scriptures, and it's to be reading. All the treasures are in the scrolls. And it's bittersweet because you have to make changes to your life, but those changes are good changes to help you when the time comes. You'll be moving in the right direction. You'll be going where you want to go, because that's where people want to go. You want to get back to the heavens, right? Paradise, and some people don't even feel like that does exist. But family, it doesn't matter what people say. Bombshell. It don't even matter what people say. All that matters is what the Most High says. That's it. So when people get there, catch up. When people get there. Block all the other stuff. When people get there, we'll be moving on up. When people get there, we'll be cooking, man. People get there, we'll be where we need to be. Mentally, spiritually, physically. Emotionally. When you begin to start listening to what the Most High says, that's when you begin to make strides. That's when you begin to make shifts in your life. That's when your life starts moving the upward spiral. But when you want to be hard-headed and feel like you know it all and la 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 da 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 boom 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 dun 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 dun, and sometimes that is needed to go down the lower spiral. It's needed for lessons to be learned. Oh yeah. Some people are not ready. Okay, got it. Oh yeah. And that's for you to learn, right? And so, key thing here is that everybody has a chance. Everyone has a chance. And this is for you to share this video, because everyone has a chance to make ascension. Everyone has a chance to do so. But the thing is, will you put in the effort to do so? Will you begin to change your life and move in the ways of the Most High and get back in alignment where the Most High wants you to be? Will you make that decision? Will you work to do that? Because that's what you're here to do. That's what life's about. Living out what people call now, your best life. That's living your best life when you're moving in the ways of the Most High. That's your best life. I don't know what people are calling their best life these days, living in, the lower frequency energies and things like that. That's actually not your best life. That's really your worst life, because you're really killing yourself and destroying yourself at the same time. So is that really living your best life? No. See how stuff is backwards? Stuff is backwards out here. And that's why it's so important for us to move right and get back in the right direction. And remember, you can always make a change. You can always make a change whenever you choose to. No matter how low you go, you can always get up and say, nah, I don't like this. I don't want to do this no more. You can always make a change. Don't feel like you can't just because you're there and you feel like you're stuck and you feel like you can't maneuver or move. You can move. You are not a tree. You can move around. You don't have to stay there. But guess what? When I was there, when I was in my lower state, you know what fed me the most? And this may help you. You know what fed me the most? That's that right knowledge. I had to sit. I had to sit in it. Get into it. Eat it up. For years. Until I began to make those changes physically. Where I began to let go, slowly but surely, of my bad habits. And continue to break free of those bad habits. Keep going. Keep breaking free of those stuff. And then, just like our master teacher always said, you go nowhere without breaking your bad habits. Because again, that keeps you locked into the lower frequency energies. And you don't want that. The key thing here is to break away from it. And then you move on up to the higher. That's it. So, know that you can conquer. Know that you can set goals and smash them, right? But it's for you to decide what you want to do and how you want to maneuver. Because again, your life is your responsibility. And all we can do is give you what you need, the right knowledge. It's on you to decide what you choose to do with it. You got your help, right? So, don't be blinded. Don't be deceived out here. Don't be duped. Check it out for yourself and see for yourself. Sounds simple, right? It's supposed to be. It's really supposed to be. We make it harder than what it is, but yeah, it's supposed to be, right? But people hard-headed out here. And I'm calling it what it is because it is what it is. People are. Been there. I've been hard-headed. I understand. But we have to understand. How long are we going to keep going through these cycles? Aren't y'all ready to ascend? When the time comes, you'll be ready. You ready? Just saying. So, okay. I think I just got a little long-winded here. So, something's telling me you good. All right now. I'm going to leave it at that. All right now. So, again, family, you are loved. I love you. And this message is out of love. I hope you know this. So much love. Because truth is love. And love is truth. In the words of our master teacher, truth is truth. Right? And that's what it is. So we have to learn how to be honest with ourselves, honest with others. And I'm more direct with it. I'm just going to say like what it is. I'm just direct. That's just my personality, right? And some people can say certain things about my delivery, but just know that that is out of love. And this is who I am, so that I have to be, to express in the way that the Most High has given me to do so, right? And that's what it is. So, know again that you are loved beyond this world and in it. Begin to spread the love one to another. Be the peace that you seek. Release our master teacher, Dr. Malachi L. I love you. Peace, shalom, hashtag divine love, family, and wow, do. And it's all love. We love you.